right, so I guess this is like the weekly update. This project is, it's moving. So all of this stuff here, see, this is what you call rough. So when you need HVAC or you need electrical, all of those create the arteries, the systems that make a house functional. It allows for you to live in it, right? So the HVAC or this ductwork right here is what you would call a return. So this is actually going to suck all of the warm air when you want it to be cool, or the cool air when you want it to be hot, out of your home, right? We decided to put it on this wall that's next to the kitchen here. We also have what you call a toe kick vent. So this will actually come out from the bottom of the cabinet. We want to center the sink up on the window, but I actually was talking about a different design option where we might put it right here where the island is. But back here is where we're actually making a lot of progress as well. Right there, that is a steel lintel. So think about it. There was a point in time where steel was kind of invented and started to be used in different applications, and one of those is in residential homes. So being able to carry the weight of all of those bricks above it allows for me to remove the space beneath it. But I actually needed to add another structural element, creating kind of the left-hand structure of this opening here. And I did it with two 2x4s, right? So it's going to help carry the weight. It doesn't have to carry all the weight, right? Because the brick kind of operates as one structure, but you need to have something that's kind of load bearing right there. But that'll be hidden behind another bit of framing and eventually drywall. And then we'll open up this whole opening up. So that's what I'm actually going to do here this morning. Sometimes as a GC, you got to get your hands dirty. What we're also doing here for like all of the outlets that you are bringing throughout the home, they need to go inside of metal. So all of the copper wires that kind of bring electricity to each of those rooms, they need to go inside of these kind of metal housings, right? And then you have your panel is going to be right here in the kitchen. So, that's actually easy to access the breaker box. You come in with outlets and things like that. And then in the living room, you have 2 rows of lights that'll light up, right? So you can see kind of the casings for the lights there, right? It'll light these up, and they'll have dimmers on them. So when you come in, it'll initially be dim. You come up here, and I really like how we were able to kind of use some of these hidden pockets back here of like dead space to run some of the HVAC and run some of the other piping and stuff out here. So right now we actually had to put a hole here for the dryer venting, right? But you can see electrical is run all around here. So all of the piping for the electrical is all out here. All of the piping is done. And then you got to run vents here. So this is going to be the return for upstairs, right? Sucking warm air out or cold air out, just depending. And then this is how I'm getting all of the air to the room up here, right? So that'll be a vent as well. So this is where we are. So when it's in this state right here, we call it rough, right? So I got rough electric in, and I have rough HVAC in right now, right? Now, I still need to finish framing this door right here. That needs to be framed out. And I need to finish framing out this window right here. And then I need to add kind of braces in between these. You call them collars. So it's a collar tie. So it'll kind of collar tie those together. But with the pitch in my roof, you don't really need them. But that's what they'll eventually look like. But they're going to come back and put them in. I just don't want any problems with inspection. So that's about where we are. at this point. And another week, I mean, we got plumbers coming in next. We had to work through a water service line with that, which is kind of like another permit process. It's like actually getting the water service to the building. I had to work through that. We'll have to dig to get that done because a lot of the pipes back then were like lead, so they want to change those out. But I'm trying to work back and forth with them now on that. But right now, I'm just trying to keep the momentum going. I mean, these is the dog days. I mean, I think eventually I might have to come and stay here, you know. And when they can get the furnace on, it'll be a lot more pleasant to just be in here. I'll have to put insulation around, you know, not all of the walls, but you know, a fair amount of the walls. Just